We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October and off we go on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Okay, ready? Ready.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Panther 11.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll find Hall. Touchdown, LA! Breece Hall. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And they take the lead here at 7-6. touchdown. Out is Prater to kick. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is toward the sideline. Intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Touchdown, Rams! Chigakonkwo. A 16-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
You talk about this Rams defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball again on second down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll go down at the 28. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Trayvon Walker coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll give to Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. Goff now to throw. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all he can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the draw is Taylor. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Slot man moves right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Colts at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now it's gone. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But the great coach said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Rams' 47-yard.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
And the Rams first down.
Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of it.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 11. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And the lead will hold at 13.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Gone. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
We go tonight. Super.
On first down, gone. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Brandon McManus
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. McKenzie now from his end zone. Some strong running at the 20. And they'll get him down right at the 25. To the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
A short one there, caught by Likely. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Throwing Jones. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Now Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
To throw on 2nd down, Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 and the 4. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play here just in case. You're looking ahead as well. I wonder if he's just thinking 3 power plays at max to get...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are back within a score. Prater for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. And they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Here comes the Rams punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returnable here from the 38. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. On second down, it's Taylor. Nifty move. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 107 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. With DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. Here we go on 2nd and 12. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here's Jones, throwing on 1st down. On target to his man, Likely. It's a gain of 34.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball. one that they want to fix immediately.
Jones on first down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 10 yards out. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk about
The Rams on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeForest Buckner getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. This is 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return, Hardy. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Let's go now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll go with a keeper. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay, here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Terrace Marshall, 77 yards. And the Colts use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. Here's Jones to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return. And they've taken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. McKenzie now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
South salad, south salad, south salad, south salad.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.